Welcome everybody to Lutheran High School for tonight's basketball game between the Lutheran High School Cougars and the Christian Eagles. We're going to get our starting lineups in here momentarily from our PA announcer Brian Brainsteiner, but looking at this game, it should be a pretty exciting one. Cougars come into the game at a record of 7-5. Eagles stand at 12-5. Eagles have had a lot of good wins. So before we talk about that, we're going to go to our starting lineups from our PA announcer Brian Brainsteiner.
Oak Island Christian High School and your Lutheran High Cougars. As members of the Missouri High School Activities Association, both schools would like to remind everyone that good sportsmanship is a high school tradition. These players and coaches accept the responsibility of being leaders in sportsmanship in their schools. We welcome everyone to Lutheran High and wish both teams good luck in tonight's game. At this time, would everyone please rise and remove your hats for prayer. We pray. Lord God, Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to compete this evening. We thank you for the abilities you have blessed these young student athletes with and given the spirit of competition to play this game of basketball. Please bless the coaches and officials with wisdom in their handling of the players. Keep everyone safe from injury and allow the fans to demonstrate good sportsmanship. So this day may glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, thank you, Brian Brainsteiner. He's going to make his way up here into the booth and join me and our Director of Technology, Brent Gossett, here for tonight's action. So again, it's going to be a fun game of basketball. Cougars come in here with a record of 7-5, and the Eagles come in at 12-5 with coming off 5 straight wins against St. Charles West, St. Dominic, Duchesne, and Lift for Life. So that's a great win they had here a couple weeks ago at St. Dominic and won by 30 points. So definitely shows the athleticism and the ability that these men have for the Christian High School Eagles. So welcome back, Brian.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kuhlman. It's great to be back as Christian High Eagles take the easy bucket underneath to go up 2-0. Looks like we're going to have a nice full court press by the Eagles here as the Cougars bring the ball up.
That's one thing I think we're going to see from the Eagles all night, Brian, is that aggressive, in-your-face play. So Cougars able to break it the first time down the court, and Brady Connor comes up a little long on the three-point basket. Nice bucket there by Roddy Alexander here to open up a 5-0 lead, Brian, as we get going with the game.
Frankie May bringing the ball up the court for the Cougars, and he's looking for the pass down below and knocked out of bounds by the quickness of Reynard Ori. Frankie May bringing the ball out, goes to Lance Hackney up top of the key, surveying the court, kicks it out to the outside, and nice little defense by the Eagles as we have a nice little jump shot. Kicks back out, comes back up, miss off the backboard, comes.
Oh boy, Seth Reed had a couple nice looks there, Brian. Would have loved to convert one of those buckets.
In due time, Seth Reed will be fine there. He's going to get some opportunities tonight as I see that happening. And nice little drive by Ori, and just misses the nice little easy layup. And looked like Hackney had a nice little block shot too as number 13 drives the bucket and draws the foul. Roddy Alexander going to the line to shoot two.
Boy, nice quick first step by Roddy Alexander to the bucket there and waits to draw the foul, and he'll be at the line shooting two here, Brian. This has been a quick pace here in the first minute and a half of the game.
I would expect it to be a quick pace for most of the game tonight, as the Eagles are one that likes to run the floor quite a bit. Made the first on the front end, and they're lining up for the second free throw opportunity here. Roddy Alexander's at the line. You know, one of the things I see tonight, Doug, is that the Cougars are going to have to stand their ground. They may have to slow the pace down a little bit because I don't know if they can afford to get into a running game with the Eagles.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we're going to be getting a running game with the Eagles. I think we got to pound the ball down. Hackney has a size advantage and a height advantage. We're able to get the ball down to him. I'd see him converting a couple of buckets underneath.
Frankie May bringing the ball up the court, and he's surveying the opportunities and swings the ball down to the right side and kicks the ball back out. And there's a turnover by the Eagles, or by the Cougars, and the Eagles get the ball back as they almost convert with the chip-in shot just going off to the outside of the rim, and a nice little pass underneath to Hackney, who brings up the two-point put in. Frankie May, boy, he saw the opportunity right there and took advantage of that.
He really rifled that ball in there, Tom Brady style, kind of like Tom Brady's going to do to the Chiefs on Sunday, Brian.
Now, wait a minute. You're in Missouri territory right now, so you got to watch what you say as the block comes and the Cougars are going the other way. Frankie May with a nice little spin move and a favorable roll for the two-point basket. 7-4. Eagles with 5:24 left in the first quarter. Nice little pace to this game as Mr. Alexander has the fake and brings up just short on the jump shot and gets the two-point basket. Frankie May is being challenged pretty quickly by R.J. Ori, and R.J. ends up with the foul. And we're going to have a substitution here as Clayton Earhart's going to come to the ball game and give a break to Seth Reed.
Well, it was a nice way bringing the ball up the court by Frankie May there and drawing a foul from Ori. So that's what we're going to need. Good ball handling against this pressure defense of the Eagles.
And as we say, good ball handling, the ball got knocked out, and Mr. Ori comes down and knocks a two-pointer. He's going to be a tough competition tonight for the Cougars.
He really is. Lance did a nice job keeping that ball alive, but the Eagles still come down with it, Brian.
Yeah, they do a nice three-point opportunity for Christian Davis off the mark, and the Cougars are having some opportunities to bring the ball down. Nice little conversion. And number 11, Mr. Clayton Earhart with the 2-point bucket. He goes up strong to get that opportunity, and the Eagles in transition come back down, and they're trying to do the long ball in transition, and it looks like they're going to work the ball down when they have time on the clock, and rightfully so. Frankie May's bringing the ball up and trying to slow the pace of this ball game down a bit.
Which is how the Cougars are going to need to do in order to win this game.
Kalen Black with the steal, comes in for the opportunity for the layup, dishes it back off to Ori, who missed a finger roll. Trying to do a little too much with that opportunity, and the Cougars get the rebound. And we have a turnover as Frankie May turns the ball over, and number 55, Aaron Coffey's coming into the ball game to give Lance Hackney a rest.
You know, I think those last two buckets, Eagles should have probably had 2 more or 4 more points here, Brian. Should be ahead now 15-6, had a couple gimmies. Cougars bounced their way and able to take it down. Haven't been much scoring here the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, there hadn't been. It seems that both teams are trying to do a little bit too much, feel each other out to get an opportunity to see what's happening. And we have a travel on the play as Kalen Black tried to do a little too much with the spin move on the baseline.
That was good defense by Marcus Coleman there on the baseline, Brian.
Yeah, Marcus Coleman being a youngster on this team, you know, it's nice as a sophomore to be able to come in. Has great experience from a freshman season of a great year last year to get that experience to be able to come in this year and play at a very high level as Coffey gets a nice rebound on the putback on there. Boy, they had the opportunity with the long rebound. He got it, and he took the ball to the basket very, very nicely.
He just kind of shoved Roddy Alexander out of the way and went up and over him for that bucket. So good athletic play by Aaron Coffey, Brian.
Definitely good athletic play, and the Cougars are playing some pretty good defense here, tight defense. But I got to tell you, Roddy Alexander had a nice little fake pull-up jump shot from the free throw line, sunk it.
Yeah, there's no good defense for that.
No, not at all. Wow, nice play right there. Frankie May is seeing the court really well tonight, and he feeds Coffey down low for the 2-point basket. That was a nice play. We got a 3-point ball game right now, and nice little pace to this game as the Eagles are surveying the court, bringing it out, trying to drive the lane with the 2-point basket. Does Roddy Alexander score?
I think Roddy has the ability to take that ball. I don't care who's guarding him from the Cougars. I mean, he just has some explosion to him and did a nice job there.
He does have a nice explosion to him. 3-point bucket by Brady Connor downtown from the corner. Boy, that's nice. We needed that right now to bring to the game to a 2-point ball game.
Boy, I really did, Brian. You know, Brady's had 3 shots now from 3-point range and hit one of them. And you know, if you're hitting near that 33%, it's not a bad clip for a high school kid. You'd rather see him more 40%. So hopefully, he can hit the next couple and increase that average and go to him a few more times.
Yeah, Roddy Alexander got the ball and started driving the lane and ended up getting fouled for an opportunity to score 2 free throws here.
Got our first shout out of the night, Brian, from Mike Albert watching at home tonight. And he makes a comment, got to keep Lance out of foul trouble. And I think Brian and I and the Director of Sports Technology, Brent Gossett, would definitely agree with you that that's going to be a key in this game is the inside play of both Coffey and Lance Hackney, Brian.
I would agree with you, and Lance Hackney is taking a breather right now, but Coffey's come in and he's really performed well, and he has grown in his stature as well as his physical game from a year ago, and he's really blossomed into what he's doing now this year. And Josh Emily bringing the ball up, gets it to Marcus Coleman, who swings it back out to Mr. Coffey, who takes a nice little jumper from the free throw line and just didn't quite convert on that as Alexander brings the ball back down with a nice little finger roll 2-point bucket. 18-13, Eagles lead with 1:46 left in the first.
Once again, Roddy Alexander is going to be tough for anybody to guard, especially from the Cougars here. So going to need him to do a little bit better job on him defensively, or he's going to take over this ball game.
Yeah, I agree. As we're working the ball on the outside, once again, Coffey is playing hard, playing big, moving his feet well, and he's doing some great defense, and ended up getting a nice little rebound there, tried to bring it back up, just didn't quite make it. The Cougars going to get the ball out of bounds. They're setting the play up, and looks like they're going to try and get a three-point shot out of this front of the corner, and there it goes. A little long. Coffee with the rebound. Nice opportunity to go back in, just a little too strong. I think he was off balance just a bit too much on that.
He really was. You know, I'll tell you what, though, the way Coffey's playing, he really set himself up for wanting to be that Claw Award winner, Brian, as Sherrod Alexander hits another one.
I tell you, Alexander, he's gonna continue to be good. You almost have to double team him, but if you double team him, you're going to have somebody else open. As Marcus Coleman, nice drive with a left-handed kiss off the glass for a 2-point bucket. Stepping out of bounds as he's driving the lane is Kalen Black. The ball's going to go to the Cougars with 54 seconds left. And we have some substitution as Ethan Woodard comes in to give Marcus Coleman a bit of a break before the end of the first quarter.
I love this pace, Brian. My blood's boiling a little bit here. It's fun to watch. We got 35 points already in this first quarter. Been a fun game.
It is a fun game, and you knew this opportunity was going to come up when these two teams meet. They are after each other. As nice little dish by Caleb Lind as our big man, Mr. 55, Aaron Coffey, went up for the 2-point bucket. 30 seconds left. The Eagles are coming down. They're spreading the court out, trying to find a way to drive, and a nice little pull-up jumper by number 23, Kalen Black. Kind of looked a little bit like Michael Jordan on that one.
He really did, as he was fading across the lane like that. Nice play by Kalen Black, Brian.
Absolutely. I like to be able to see that as the Cougars are winding down, trying to find a perfect shot with 10 seconds left. They're going to have to keep their head up, kick it back out. Looks like we have a foul on number 1, Mr. Ori, as number 22 on our team, Josh Emily, was trying to drive the bucket. It's going to be Ori's first foul, RJ's first foul, and Cougars going to take the ball out as we're trying to set up. We got a post on the underneath, but they're going to opt to take it to the outside. They're going to have to take a big shot. Quickly off the mark are the Cougars. So nice little play, nice pace of play. 22-17 Eagles lead after 1.
Boy, Brian, I tell you what, we really wish we could have got a better shot off there with 5 seconds left, but we'll go to the second quarter here down 5.
Doug, why don't you give us a little opportunity on what our gold sponsors are all about and who they are?
Gold sponsors, Brian, at that level there. Signature Orthopedics, thank you very much for your support, and also our silver lever sponsors helping us bring the game tonight, and also supporting Lutheran High School and all that we do. Athletico Physical Therapy, A&W All-American Food, my friend Jim Sill and Jim Sprick at 3788 Elm Street, and also Car Shield. Thank you very much to Lutheran High family, Ricky and Lynn Bertel, for their support from Car Shield for Lutheran High School. Those are our silver and our gold sponsors here, Brian. Well, it's a quick first quarter there, Brian. What are your thoughts?
No, I like the pace of the first quarter. I like that the referees are allowing everybody to play. Excuse me, they're not having too many chippy fouls by any means, and it looks like both sides are really into this game with a high tempo, high pace, and it's going to be fun to see how this one turns out.
It really is. You know, Roddy Alexander's right on his average, Brian. You know, he's averaging 16 points a game. Christian Davis is actually the leading scorer for the Eagles here, averaging almost 18 points, and hasn't kind of got on track yet, has a few buckets here early in the game, but I think both those guys will attain those if this pace of play continues, Brian.
You know, the pace of play is going to have a lot to say on this because one of the things we talked about earlier, if we get into a running game with the Christian High Eagles, it's going to be a little tough to continue that momentum the whole pace of the game. So a little confusion on the floor right now as they didn't know exactly who was going to be in for the Eagles, whether it was number 1 RJ Ori or his brother Renard Ori, and they finally got that all straightened out as the Cougars bring the ball in, move the ball around on the outside of the perimeter. Excuse me, back to Marcus Coleman as he's surveying. He sees Lance Hackney out to the right-hand side. Bringing it down low is we got a nice little give and go there. We got Frankie May up top. Still trying to figure out exactly what to do as we end up having Seth Reed off to the right-hand side. He's going to give the ball to Marcus Coleman, who takes a fake, kicks it back out to the outside. Nice little fake on the three-point shot. Eagles are playing some good defense as the Cougars are just trying to figure out, should we take a long shot? Here we go. We got it set up nicely for Marcus Coleman. 3-point bucket. Nice little give and go there, and Lance Hackney set the screen. Marcus Coleman with the 3 points.
And that's a nice offensive possession here. Takes about a minute off the clock is what we want, Brian, and get a 3-point bucket, pull within 2 points.
That's nice, and the Eagles do nice little give and go. Lance Hackney with a blocked, but got a little bit too much of the body as ends up getting the first foul or his second foul of the ball game, I believe, as number 10 is going to go to the free throw line and Christian Davis for the Eagles to shoot 2.
You know, that was a nice take here, Brian. This will be interesting. Our Christian Davis shoots 61% from the free throw line, so he'll get 2 here and see what he can do.
Well, he misses the first on his opportunities as we have a substitution coming in. Looks like number 24 is coming in, Tank Billings, for the Christian Eagles. Christian Davis has the second free throw going up, and it goes in. The Eagles are up by 3 with 6:52 left in the second quarter. Frankie May bringing the ball up as he's getting pressure from Ori on the Christian Eagles, and he's going down to the right-hand side, pulls up, gives the ball off, surveying the field. Lance Hackney underneath. He got blocked and ended up getting fouled during the play.
Boy, Brian, this is one of the few times that Lance Hackney is not going to be the tallest kid on the court here when you have a kid who's, I think he stands, 6'10", over on the other side over there. 6'8", apologize. Nathan Lund stands 6'8", junior center for the Eagles.
I don't know about you, but I think I'd have to look up at him if I'm speaking with him.
I think you're absolutely right. Both those young men.
Yes, absolutely. We make the first of the 2 of the free throws here, and going back to the line is Lance Hackney for his second opportunity to pull this to a 1-point ball game if he makes it. Ball goes in and out. Eagles get the rebound, and the Cougars are pressing a little bit with Seth Reed trying to put a little pressure on the ball. Playing a man-to-man are the Cougars, and they're trying to get them to spread out a little bit. They're going to have to be careful of setting some picks against them, as the Eagles are pretty apt to do that. They come in, drive the lane, pull up nicely, but the ball's off the mark, and Frankie May gets the basket as he's in transition, comes to the other side. Nice shot by Brady Connor, but the ball goes a little bit wide as the Eagles get the ball back. Now we're into a running game. Marcus Coleman is guarding Christian Davis, who's got a nice opportunity to score. Lance Hackney just takes the ball down with a huge block.
And that was nice defensive pressure by Lance Hackney there. I think Coach Coleman's a little upset at Marcus for letting him go around and get baseline on that. I think that was something they've been working on in practice, is not giving him the baseline.
We got an air ball on number 24, Tank Billings, for the Eagles, and we end up getting a rebound by Seth Reed as Marcus Coleman brings the ball up to Frankie. Frankie May takes the ball down low to Lance Hackney, who kicks it back out to Frankie May for 3, just off the mark. Nice defensive try here for the Cougars as the Eagles end up getting the ball back. And I tell you, nice defensive effort by number 30, Seth Reed. As the Eagles bring the ball back, bringing the reset up to the top of the key, looking, trying to drive again, nice little pull up. I tell you, they have that particular play down pat on that one as Frankie May brings the ball up, and they're just not having the opportunities to be able to make the conversion, and they're both going back and forth as the ball's knocked out of bounds by Seth Reed, and the Eagles will get the ball back.
Well, and that's not a bad defensive play there by Seth Reed. I think the Eagles are better when they're running like that, and forcing him to get in the half court here. Obviously, they still have a lot of playmakers. They can hit the open, 3 or the open, drive to the bucket and whatnot. But I'd rather have them doing this, being in the half court game, than the full court game, Brian.
Yeah, I would agree, as Roddy Alexander got the ball from the top of the key, passes it off, and they're trying to survey Roddy Alexander for the 3-point opportunity, just a little long, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like the Cougars are going to get the ball near the end of the basket. Got Clayton Earhart taking the ball out for the Cougars to Frankie May, who Frankie May is going to be tightly guarded by Ori, and he's bringing the ball up, and this is a good matchup. It's going to be good competition for Frankie May, as Ori's very quick. He's got good hands. He's got good feet. We got a trap going on, and loose ball, and it looks like the ball's going to be going out of bounds.
To the Cougars.
And I think the Cougars are going to get the ball back, as they do.
Yeah, no, I think Frankie reached down for it and missed it. So the Cougars are going to retain possession after going out off one of the Eagles' knees, Brian.
Yeah, with 4:34 left in the first half. It's 23-21 right now, Eagles. What a great game. Pace of the game's good. We got good competition on both sides. We got good effort on both sides. Frankie May trying to go in for the coast-to-coast layup, but got the ball stripped away from him as the Eagles coming down. Ori to Ori. RJ for a three. Ball went wide, and the rebound went out of bounds, and the Cougars going to get the ball back. Once again, they're going to set up as Earhart is going to take the ball out, give it to Frankie May, and Frankie May is going to take the ball down. Looks like we're going to have a wholesale change here pretty soon for the Cougars as trying to shake things up on the offensive side of the ball right now.
Brian, I'll tell you what, that last possession down there, Ori to Ori, when you said that, I'm a Cougar fan, but I wanted to see Ori make a shot because brother to brother is always fun, man. That's fun to see.
Yes,
they gotta love to play together.
B to B, love it. Brother to brother.
Brother to brother, there you go.
Had turnover on against the Cougars with the wholesale change here to give them a little bit of a breath. And the Eagles going to get the ball back. And once again, we got brother to brother with Ori passing the ball into Ori.
There we go. Let's see if we can get one of them a bucket. Again, I hope if they hit a two-pointer, I hope the Cougars hit a three-pointer, so kind of balances it all out in the universe.
Yeah, I would agree there as RJ Ori passes the ball back to his brother Renard, and from the top of the key, three-point bucket. Wow, downtown Christian Davis hit a three-point basket, and the Eagles call timeout, spreading their lead of 5 points, 26-21 with 3:37 left in the second quarter. And Doug, you have some more sponsors there for our silver sponsors?
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian. Silver sponsors again, Athletico, A&W, and Car Shield. And our bronze sponsors, John Manufacturing, AMP Restoration, Ben-Hur, Brannicky Hardware, Pallardy Electric, Midas Hospitality, CertaPro Painter, the Kyle Hannigan Real Estate Group, SCS Telecom Supply, Spring Green Lawn Care, Impression Apparel, and Claims Adjusters. You know, Brian, that last shot that Christian Davis made, I mean, he's a very good three-point shooter, Brian, hitting almost 40% of his threes. So, boy, he's our leading scorer for the Eagles, and he's playing like it tonight in the second quarter here after getting off to a slow start.
I would agree as the Cougars are trying to break the press, and they finally get it past the half-court line. And we've got some tough pressure here as Ethan Woodard is ended up having the ball turned over, and the Eagles coming back down and just get fouled pretty quickly as number 10, Christian Davis, took it to the hole, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Well, you got it, like you said, Brian. You got 5 new guys coming in here, and you're definitely going to want to see what spark this group can provide.
Christian Davis a little strong on his first free throw opportunity, coming out with the second one, and as Coach Coleman is sitting down there, he's telling everybody, we need to block out. We need to block out quickly, and we have Coffee down low, and we also have Clayton Earhart down low, and they need to do the job to be able to get the rebound if the opportunity presents itself. And Christian Davis made the second free throw, and we're trying to break the press slowly but surely. Nice little fake, and we have number 2, Mr. Ethan Woodard, in turn the ball over with a little hop step and a jump. And we're going to have the Eagles get the ball, and the wholesale change is going to come back in here for the Cougars as they bring the starting 5 back out.
Well, it was good to get those 5 guys a rest and be able to put some new guys in here and see if this starting group can cut into this 6-point Eagle lead, Brian.
Yeah, Warriors at the top of the keys, looking down low, and Christian Davis gets the ball, fakes the 3, comes back out. Nice little spin move, fadeaway jumper just off the mark as we had Seth Reed get the rebound. Frankie May passes the ball up to Coleman. Coleman fakes, tries to drive in. He's blocked down below, and a nice little defensive play. Christian Davis with a block taking the ball away, and the Eagles had the ball back. They're starting to slow the pace down just a little bit, but Christian Davis from the corner, nice form for a 3-point bucket. They're starting to pull away with a 9-point lead, 30-21 with 2:17 left. The Cougars get a nice little play down low, pass it down to Lance Eckney, who tried to do a little bit of a jam, but didn't quite make it there, and the Cougars going to get the ball underneath
their
own bucket.
That last offensive possession for the Eagles, Christian Davis just eyed that up, and as a 40% 3-point shooter, boy, he just hit that nice stroke from the corner, Brian.
Yeah, you could see it. Seth Reed tries to put 3 up with a long rebound. The Eagles get it. Nice little stutter step back out to 13 as he comes up with the three-point bucket and misses it. And Roddy Alexander had a nice look there as well as the cut goes through, and Ori gets his two-point bucket as a nice survey of the court, and they just executed really well as Frankie May brings the ball back up to Lance Hackney at the top. Little give and go. Lance Hackney surveying. Coleman gets the ball back, going to Frankie May in the corner, and three for Frankie.
Boy, that was one real needed, Brian, for the Cougars.
I agree, and Eagles tried to come down and had 1 on 5. That's a tough transition for the Eagles as they bring it back up and they have a nice three-point opportunity. Just goes off the mark. Seth Reed has the ball bounce off of his hands. Ori gets the rebound, and the Eagles are back in action as Christian Davis brings the ball up, slows it down with 1:15 left with an 8-point lead, 32-24. Kicking it back out to the outside, and that's just way too easy for Ori to go in for a two-point bucket from the top of the key. First step, explosive step. Coleman with the ball down low, trying to cut, ends up taking an extra step and travels. The Eagles get the ball back.
Yeah, boy, just didn't. You know, we got to do better on the defensive end when Ori just took that ball from the top of the key and just went all the way down and had a clear opening and just was able to put that shot in to extend the lead to 10 here.
He needs to collapse, or the defense needs to collapse in on that drive right there with the possibility of trying to get perhaps a charging foul on the Eagles, but it didn't quite happen as Ori right now is just going to try and wind the clock down. We got number 13, Roddy Alexander, at the top of the key, and they're just playing keep away right now. Good effort by Marcus Coleman, but I think they're just trying to spread the court to get the last opportunity, last shot of the quarter before they head into halftime. Ori to Alexander, playing a little keep away right now, and they're going to spread the floor. That's exactly what they're going to do, and I would imagine with about 10 seconds left, they're going to start to be able to come out with their final play and drive the bucket and see if they can get the final shot. Got 10 seconds left, and here they go. Got one-on-one with Frankie May up top with Christian Alexander. He's kicking the ball around. Number 10 coming back up, Christian Davis with the two-point shot off the mark. Good defensive stand by the Cougars as we head into halftime with the Eagles leading 34-24.
Well, and that was good defensive effort at the end of the half there, Brian. You know, Cougars go down 10 and not really playing a great half. And you know, be interesting to see what defensive adjustments the Cougars make. But before we do that, Brian, we're going to have our Sapphires come out here and our cheerleaders and perform at halftime. So looking forward to this for all you folks at home to be able to enjoy the Lutheran High School Cougar cheerleaders first, as well as our Sapphires performing.
Doug, once again, this talks about us having nice, well-rounded opportunities for all of these kids here at Lutheran High School, not only for the athletics, but Sapphires, cheerleaders, academics, well-rounded individuals.
Absolutely. Let's go to our Sapphires here, Brian.
participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Say thank you to the place that matters most, starting with a free estimate from CertaPro Painters. Whatever the painting project, your local neighborhood CertaPro Painters will do the job beautifully. Start your on-site or remote estimate today at CertaPro.com. Proven and trusted experts in painting.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
Hi, I'm Pat Maroon, 2019 Stanley Cup champion. And I know that if your car's out of warranty, an expensive car breakdown can put your wallet in the penalty box. Call the team I trust at CarShield. We'll never have to pay for covered repairs again. They've helped millions of drivers save on expensive car repairs. And CarShield covers most vehicles. I said most. With MVP claim service, you can take your car to any certified mechanic or dealer you want. And if you're like me, you can score your very own hat trick with roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage at no additional cost. Don't let expensive car repairs put the hurt on you. Call CarShield now before your car breaks down. They'll keep you in the game and put your repair bills on ice.
Call now for a free and instant protection plan quote. It's only a matter of time until repairs are needed. And once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 1-800-559-8453. 1-800-559-8453.
Had a grade 3 AC separation in my right shoulder. That's the first ever season-ending injury I had.
Tore my shoulder, my labrum, had a few anchors put in, and my rotator cuff was pretty much gone.
Defensive is the position that I like playing, so there's a lot of slide tackling and elbows being thrown.
I am still actively playing tennis without braces on my knees.
This time last year, I couldn't do what I'm doing. I'm doing everything now that I can since the surgery. I'm just really glad I did it.
You're in for a real treat at A&W. New real fruit shakes and sundaes. Choose from pineapple, strawberry, or blackberry. Try one now. It might just be the cherry on top of your day. Only at your local A&W.
Welcome back, all you Lutheran High basketball fans, as tonight we have our nice competition between the Lutheran High Cougars against the Guest Christian Eagles. Speaking of guests, we have an esteemed guest with us right now. We have the activities director from Lutheran High School, Mr. Melvin Bethany. Melvin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing great. So tell me a little bit about your experience here at Lutheran High so far. You know, you got a little bit under your belt and you're learning the ropes a little bit.
Kind of getting it all. You know, it's been thrown to me all at one time this year. Actually dealing with the pandemic. I don't think any other athletic director has ever had to deal with that their first year. But the kids are great. The community is great. And the school is just great. You know, the energy is I feel like at my home. So
that's great that you say that you feel like you're at home. You know, I've had 3 children come through the school, and being a part of this association, it really becomes like family. And family lives at home, and here we are, Lutheran High, being at home.
Yeah, and I know everybody, if they ever want to find me, I'm always here.
Sometimes you need to go to your real home though, to get some break, right?
Correct. But it's okay, though. I mean, anything for kids, that's what I love to do, so.
Absolutely. And you know, one of the things as an observer, you can see the passion and the commitment that you have, not only at the sports level, but being able to pour into these young men and women on being able to teach them the Christian principles and what it looks like to be a man and a woman.
Correct. You're absolutely correct. I mean, I love the atmosphere that we're able to, and the education we're able to give them by adding Jesus into it, the mix, which everybody knows you need a little God in you to be able to make it through this world. So
Yeah, and particularly in this world, in today's age, one of the things that we need to do is love our brothers and sisters as Christ loved the church.
Yes, totally.
And that's one of the things that we don't get to shy away from at Lutheran High School, is being able to build those principles into the kids.
Yes, totally agree with that. Like, I mean, I love it, that we're able to have devotion before practice or anything of that nature, and the kids are walking out of here with character and actually walking out with Christ and the whole nine. So,
now, what does it look like with some of the plans that you may have for the rest of the year and the future years and beyond?
Well, the number one thing I'm trying to do is get through fall. We already got through fall, so try to get through the winter, through the playoffs, and make sure that everybody completes their season, make sure everybody gets their senior night and those type of things. And then my number one goal is to see if we can complete a whole school year with activities.
That's a good thing. And one of the things Doug and I have been talking as we've been sitting here, not only as an activities director do you have supervision over all of the sports, but it goes beyond just sports. You're doing activities of dance, you're doing activities of all of the plays that may be happening and things of that nature to make the...
Yeah, tonight we did a little double duty. We got theater going right now, and that's where I'm heading off to next to make sure that the theater see that I'm supporting them as well. So,
well, I know you're a busy man and don't want to hold you too much longer, but we thank you for the opportunity of stopping by and having a chat with our fans here, and wish you great luck in the future, and God bless you, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Good?
Thanks.
Cougars are down by 10, 34-24, starting the third quarter. Doug, what do you see the Cougars doing as they come back out with some adjustments at halftime?
Well, it seemed like when we were slowing the game down, we were doing a lot better in terms of second half second chance points, and also just smashing the ball inside, and had a lot of buckets, easy buckets in the inside from both Coffey and Hackney. Coupled with a few timely three-pointers. If we get into this run game again, we said it on the outset, Brian, it's going to be a long game playing with these Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles have a very, very talented team, and it's great to be able to watch them blend together as a great group, a core group of young men who love the game of basketball and are going out as they bring the ball in. The R.J. Ori up top, and he's passing it off to number 23, Kalen Black, who gives it back to Ori. It seems like they started out on a little slower pace so far, but very, very early. Nice little jump shot that goes off the mark by number 13, Roddy Alexander, with Seth Reed getting the rebound on that.
I love Roddy when he takes that ball and just pulls up for that mid-range jumper, Brian. Nice offensive effort when he does that. And now here he is on the run, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. And he just does a little bob and weave, comes right up with a nice little kiss off the glass as Roddy Alexander gets 2 points to extend the lead to 12. And Frankie May bringing the ball up and being contested a bit by Ori, who comes in, nice little jump shot off the mark, and the Eagles get the rebound, and they're on the run once again. You got Ori passing it off, dishing it back off to Alexander, who Alexander gives it to number 23, Kalen Black, with a long two-point opportunity just off the mark. Frankie May brings it back up past half court. Marcus Coleman looking down low. He gets it to Seth Reed, who tries a spin move, but the ball gets stripped, and Ori comes back the other way with a two-point bucket.
Boy, they're fun to watch. When they get out running like that, I'll tell you what, tough team to beat. Defensive pressure.
Yeah, defensive pressure can do a lot of things as Brady loses the handle on the ball, and the Eagles give the ball back up to the top for the three-point opportunity from Christian Davis, who nails it from downtown. Right now, 17-point lead is very difficult to overcome.
Yeah, might want to take a timeout here. I thought Coach might pull one here after ripping off 7 straight points to start this second half.
Yeah, nice effort by the Eagles as the ball came almost out of bounds, and we had Roddy Alexander throwing it back in to no avail. It's still going to be Cougars ball by the scorers table as we have a couple substitutions coming in, with the Eagles leading 41-24 with 6:06 left in the third quarter. Nice little move by Marcus Coleman, who pulls up for the nice three-point jumper from the top of the key. Timeout called. 41-27, just under 6 minutes left. Doug, you have some sponsors for us?
Absolutely. Our blue level sponsors, Brian, Nigel and Amy Malterer, Shamrock's Bar and Grill, Sacred Grounds, Mascots Bar and Grill, and Alan and Christy Kaufman. And our gray level sponsors, Vince and Kristen Bonham, Mark Cherry and Dr. Wendy Meyer Cherry, Wes and Kelly Colbert, Russ and Teresa Schindehedi, Butch and Gina Powley, and Debbie Martins. Thank you very much for your support. So, Brian, I'll tell you what, as I see that Shamrocks there, I think I might be going to Shamrocks after the game. It's a nice place to, nice watering hole to attend, and I love the food they have up there, so good place.
It is a very good place. They have great service and some local people running that, and they really serve well, and not only from a nice little food atmosphere, but also from a nice little friendship atmosphere at the same time.
Absolutely. Kyle and Kelly Dent, the owners there, are great people and appreciate their support at Lutheran High School.
Yeah, we thank them very much as the Eagles bring the ball down. Ori at the top of the key. Nice little give and go. Alley-oop pass to number 23, Kaylin Black, and a 2-point bucket. I almost thought that was going to be an alley-oop dunk at one time, but it didn't quite turn out that way.
I think it could have been. And boy, I've seen Kaylin Black do that on the basketball court and go up to catch a football like that. And boy, that was a nice play by the young man.
Yes, it was. And Coffey's battling really hard underneath with the rebound and got the ball stripped away from him. A little bit of too much of a chance right there by the Ori brothers, and they throw the ball away with the Cougars getting the ball back as Mr. Frankie Mays bringing the ball up.
I do love that pass, that try by Roddy Alexander on that give and go. Caught it in the air and tried to go to Ori there, Brian. That was a nice play.
Yeah, Lance Ackney comes back out, and he gives it to Clayton Earhart, who throws it back over. Marcus Coleman is trying to figure out the success with the puzzle piece of Lance Ackney up top. They're having a difficult time getting the ball into him. Mr. Earhart takes a three-point opportunity, misses it. Frankie May gets the ball back to him. He takes a three-point opportunity off the mark as Lance Coffey gets the ball. Nice little move as Marcus Coleman gets fouled on the floor as he's taking the ball to the hole.
Boy, I love the offensive rebound there by Coffey. Got a couple of them. He was wanting the ball on the inside, didn't quite get it from the Cougar guards, and he kept working and pulled down an important offensive rebound there.
Cougars have Earhart with the ball up top, and he gives the ball to Hackney, who's looking for a nice chance underneath, and they're trying to spread the floor just a little bit as Hackney gets the ball down to Coffey, who gets the ball stolen from him as he's passing the ball back down to Hackney, and the Ori brothers are trying to do a little bit of fun here as RJ comes up from long downtown, got the nice little roll. Actually, that was Renard Ori as he hit a three-point bucket, and right now the Eagles are really extending the lead.
They definitely got the roll on that one, Brian. That jumped up there above the backboard and came on down. So
RJ Ori was trying to steal the ball and thought he had a steal on that, but ended up creating a foul on that particular play, and the Cougars get the ball back in. Marcus Coleman, nice drive to the bucket, and he got hammered hard as he's going to go get an opportunity. I don't know if he was shooting or not, or if they're going to call that on the floor.
I think he's going to get shooting 2 free throws, but nope, they're going underneath the basket, Brian.
And Marcus Coleman, nice little touch pass to Lance Ackney, who got the ball underneath, and they called a traveling on him before he got the 2-point bucket that went in, so that basket is waved off as the Eagles get the opportunity to bring the ball back up.
You know, I didn't see him pick up that pivot foot. I think he just kind of faked the shot there and then brought it down, but nevertheless called the travel. It looked like it was right in front of us, so rough call on an easy bucket.
Yeah, rough call indeed. Bernard Ori brings the ball up as he passes the ball off to Tank Billings, who comes up to the top of the key, who gives it back to 23, Kaylin Black, who gives it back to Ori. Around the top of the key to Mr. Alexander has the ball now.
Well, good defensive pressure there, but I think Coffey's going to come up with a foul. So, Brian, it's kind of fun getting some of these shout-outs here. We just got one of them from one of our friends, huh?
Yeah, we'd definitely like to have the shout out from our nice little friend Sam D. Sam D at state championship golfers listening in on our broadcast tonight. Welcome, Sam, and thanks for the points here.
Well, an individual state champ and also part of a state championship team, one of the 7 that Lutheran High has.
Wait a minute, 7 championship teams for Lutheran
7
High?
State championships and 28 Final Four appearances, Brian, over the years.
That's wonderful. Christian Davis with the 2-point bucket, followed up by Frankie May with a long 3 coming back is Roddy Alexander, who's going to try and pass the ball back off. Has had a no-look pass down low from Ori down to Roddy Alexander, who spins, gives it back out. 2-point play off the mark, and we got a foul down low.
Who's this going to be on here? It might be on Marcus Coleman trying to box out Christian Davis. And boy, that's a tall task right there. So I think it is going to go on Marcus, Brian.
Yeah, it is against Marcus, and that's his second for the game so far. Has a few fouls to give, but that's okay as the ball goes out to Roddy Alexander from the top of the key down to Ori, back to the top of the key with Roddy Alexander as he dribbles off to the near side of us and gives the ball off to Christian Davis. They're spreading the floor right now, just waiting for a pick opportunity to drive the lane. And they pass the ball down low, come back out, step back 3 off the mark. And here the Cougars come as Seth Reed brings the ball down the court. He has the ball back again. 3-point opportunity just off the mark as the Eagles get the ball back. They are running, they are gunning, and it is fun to definitely watch to see them execute as Ori goes in for the layup and gets blocked. For the foul.
I think Coffey got the block there, and I think they're going to record that foul on Marcus Coleman. So Marcus I'll tell you what, he's had a couple nice timely 3-point baskets, and I like Sam D. It says here in his text, he'd like to see, Marcus kind of get some more of those open shots and create some open shots for himself on the perimeter because he does have the ability to knock it down. I'll tell you what, I see him up here, Brian, several mornings a week just shooting in the gym by himself. So definitely a guy who wants to be in the gym, and when he has an open shot, has an ability to knock it down. So he definitely could, Sam. I definitely agree. Has some shots there to be able to put the Cougars back in this ball game, being down 19 right now. In a rough spot at the end of the third quarter, Brian.
Definitely a rough spot, and love to hear a young man coming in and trying to improve his game. And one of the things is you study and read as we have a timeout here for the Cougars. You become excellent at something if you do it 10,000 times.
10,000 times, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I am excellent at flipping channels on my remote, I'll tell you. So that is, I excel at that, I'll tell you. That's the one thing I'm good at in the world. So
there's a book out by Malcolm Gladwell that talks about 10,000 times you end up going to be excellent at what you do. And Sam, thanks for giving us a shout out on that comment, and particularly with your golf swing over the course of the years. It was always fun to watch you play and coach beside you as well. And I'm certain you had 10,000 swings with a golf club.
Well, there's not many guys I've seen drive the green on a par 4. But he's one of those ones that could do it,
The real question is, did he sink the putt?
Well, I don't remember, but I'm just impressed the fact he drove the green on a par 4.
Yeah, I am too.
Brian, I want to give another quick shout out here. We did see our Sapphires earlier here during the halftime show, so hopefully you're able to catch those of you viewing at home were able to stick around and watch that. And shout out to them and Coach Alex Malakis, and also to our cheerleaders here being here tonight, and Coach Brooke Schulte. Thank you very much, ladies, for the support you give and for the awesome performances both teams and programs have.
Yeah, absolutely. And in transition, Lance Acting with the rebound and pass down to the corner for a 3-point opportunity off the mark, and air ball. And it's always fun, regardless on what side you're on, when somebody shoots an air ball and the fans get into it. But that's just a little banter. Nicely done between two different teams, but it's always fun that way. And the Eagles dribbled the ball out of bounds, but actually looked like it got knocked out of bounds. So they're going to get the ball back, and Frankie Mays defending one of the Ori brothers right now as it gets passed in to Roddy Alexander as he surveys the court, looking for a chance to either go down low or kick it back out to the far side. As nice little kick out to number 10 as he misses the 3-point play, Christian Davis, but nice put back by number 23, Kalen Black, for a 2-point play, and it's 21 points right now. We got a long way to go, and going to have to start popping some threes Marcus Coleman maybe drive, kick back out, get a few threes going, or Frankie May getting some threes going. They had a nice shot. Josh Emily off the mark as the Eagles get the rebound, and they just go down the lane. It looks like we have a foul, perhaps on Lance Ackney, as it is on. Was it on Lance Ackney?
I think it was on Emily, Brian, number 22.
Josh Emily with the foul, and the Eagles get the ball back, and they're spreading the floor right now. They're just looking for the opportunity for a three, and just like that, Renard Ori with the three.
Boy, and Brian, I tell you, this has been a rough quarter for the Cougars here, being down 10 at half, and now all of a sudden you're down 24. So definitely not the way the Cougars wanted to come out here in the second half.
Had a good pick by Lance Ackney for Marcus Coleman, and Marcus Coleman misses the shot. Lance Ackney gets the rebound, kicks it back out, rightfully so, trying to get it to a three-point shooter, and that's exactly what's happened as May has the ball up top, passes to Hackney, who then gets it back out to the top to Coleman, and we have a wide-open three for number 22 on the left-hand corner, Josh Emily, and rebound goes long, and the Eagles knock it out. The Cougars going to have the ball underneath the bucket.
Well, Lance Hedney did a good job battling underneath there, Brian, and gave the Cougars here. This is their fifth opportunity, their fifth chance for a shot down here, Brian.
Yeah, 5 times in one possession is not so bad.
No. You're getting a lot of good offensive rebounds there.
That you are, boy. Great battle as Marcus Coleman goes up, almost jump ball, but he gets the ball back and then takes it up very hard and gets fouled by Ori as he goes to the line to shoot 2.
Well, and you like Marcus Coleman here shooting the free throw, Brian. He shoots pretty good clip from the free throw line, over 70%, near 75%. So hope I didn't just jinx him there, but he's got a good stroke from the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely. He misses the first on the opportunity of having 2 free throws here, so we'll see what the second one brings as we have 26 seconds left in the third quarter with the Gesta Eagles up 54-30. Marcus Coleman makes the second one, and the Eagles are slowly bringing the ball up as Roddy Alexander's trying to burn some time with 22 seconds left in the third quarter. They're going to spread the court and do what they did at the end of the half and try and get the last bucket, or at least the last shot to try and score before they go into the fourth quarter.
And Cougars did a nice job before half there. We'll see if we can D up Roddy and his teammates here.
Roddy passes the ball off last second to Alexander, who goes up for a shot and misses it, and the time goes off the clock. Cougars are down 54-31 heading into the fourth quarter. Doug, do you have any more sponsors that we have that we'd like to be able to give a big shout out to?
Absolutely. First of all, Mike and Lori Albert, Scott and Darlene Burke, Roger and Sean Butler, John and Kelly Brickner, Andy and Lynette Caleros, Kevin and Rosie Cantrell, Jim and Lori Chandler, Richard and Marcia Craven, Matt and Kim Daniger, Kent and Kelly Earhart, Craig and Tammy Ernstmeyer, Pamela Hayes Hagstrom, Jeff and Amber Kessler, Doug and Sarah Kuhlman, Todd and Michelle Larkin, Chad and Linda Lashley, Tim and Heather Mesa, Doug and Lizzie Meyer, Doug and Kathy Mudd, Matt and Amy Murphy, David and Michelle Reed, Mike and Melissa Ruse, Art and Nyla Sanderson, Mike and Kelly Van Pamel, Brittany and Mike Shimwig, Chris Schulte, Michelle Schwan, Paul and Laura Short, Tom and Nancy Spar, Jim and Claire Stigemeyer, Ken and Susan Trimble, Jason and Laura Valley, Greg and Nicole Wood, and David and Tammy Zills. Thank you very much for your support of Lutheran High School.
We love the family support that we have here at Lutheran High School as the Cougars bring the ball in. Seth Reed gets it off to Frankie May, who gives it back to Seth Reed, and they're trying to go around the top of the perimeter to be able to set a pick and actually get a nice little opportunity for a shot, as the chance for the steal here by Roddy Alexander was a little short, and he ends up fouling on the play, number 23, Brady Connor. Frankie Mays taking the inbound pass as he's monitoring the floor, and Marcus Coleman gets it up top. Frankie May off to the side, looking down low. They're trying to continue to cut across the paint there, and it's just not working for the open shot as Marcus Coleman goes to the left side, takes the jumper and misses it. And number 10 takes it in transition. Christian Davis for the easy 2-point bucket, 56-31 the Eagles. They're spreading the lead out pretty good here, Doug.
They really are, and boy, even when you get an open lane to the basket there.
Kalen Black makes the steal he takes it all the way in from one free throw line to the town, or to the goal, if you will. And as I said, the Cougars are having a difficult time. Just one, getting across half-court line, but then two, trying to set up a play to make it worthwhile to have an easier shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, it's been an interesting here. Kind of started off the game as 20-15 here, middle of that first quarter, kind of dialing down the end of the first quarter. And all of a sudden the Cougars have amassed 16 points here after that first quarter, whereas the Eagles have 48. So, or rather 38, apologize, doubling us up and then some. So kind of says it all, Brian.
It does say it all, and Lance Hackney went in, tried to do the dunk, and just got fouled and wasn't able to bring it home. But, one of the things that the Eagles have really done is isolated Lance Hackney, not giving him hardly any opportunities whatsoever.
No, especially Christian Davis has been doing a nice job on him on the defensive end. As Roddy has been on him a little bit too, and kind of giving up 4, 5, 6 inches there. They've done a nice job kind of denying him in the post, Brian.
Height has a lot to do with it, but if you can deny from the post and not even allow the ball into him, it can go a long way, as it's proven tonight, as Christian Davis hits a long three once again. And can't say enough, the Christian High team is a really, really good team, and it's fun to watch them play. And right now the Cougars have their hands full, as it's 61-33 with 6:17 left in the fourth quarter. Marcus Coleman with the ball to the outside, looking down low, kicks it back out to the outside as Brady Connor hits a deep, deep three.
Yeah, it's a good thing to see. He hit one early in the game, and I think that's about his third three-pointer of the game, so nice shot.
Rodney Alexander gets the ball back out at the top of the key, surveys the opportunity that he has here, and he misses the chance on a jumper from the top of the free throw line. And Marcus Coleman gets the rebound, takes it the length of the court for a 2-point bucket. R.J. Ori with the ball from the top of the key once again. He hands it off to his brother. Brother misses the opportunity on that shot there. Second shot that he missed.
Which is what I wanted to see, the brother-to-brother bucket.
That's exactly right. Eagles get the rebound. Tried to do a little too much, I think, right there, but was able to recover with his chance on a 2-point bucket and made it. And we got to fix the net down here.
Yeah, I think we might have seen a dunk down there if they could have held on to that ball. Christian Davis could have, so.
We might have had an exciting dunk with a 360 roundhouse slam it down.
Tell you what, right? That would have been a nice dunk. And again, I think that's the great thing about watching high school sports. Obviously I'm a fan of the Cougars and I want to see them do well. At the same token, I love watching good basketball, good sports period, and would love to see a dunk, even if it's against the team I'm rooting for.
Yep. Here we go. Nice play underneath as Seth Reed tries to get the ball. He got the ball blocked away from him, coming back underneath the opportunity. Wow, looky there. Great job by Caleb Lynn. 2-point bucket as he's under the basket.
Boy, especially with a guy bearing down at you, 6'8", Nathan Lund. Boy, he kind of just had to get that up real quick, otherwise that would have been swatted into the stands.
Yeah, 6'8" versus 6'1" doesn't have too many favorable outcomes, but really we did there on that one, which is good.
We did.
Rodney Alexander goes to the line shooting two as he got fouled with the chance that he had at a bucket, and we'll see what happens here. What's his free throw percentage here?
I got off that screen. I was actually looking who both of these teams played next, but he nailed the first one. So I think if our memory serves, it was near that 70%. So
yeah, exactly. 69.8, I think, is what it was.
Okay, well, good deal. I like that.
He made the first on the front end. He's got an opportunity for the second here. Number 13, Rodney Alexander, has been playing a really good ball game today. Makes both of them, and the Cougars going to take the ball underneath as they have a substitution. Number 20, R.J. Steckler, is going to come in. If I'm not mistaken, Steckler had a nice game with the JV, and he's coming and getting an opportunity to play at the varsity level in the fourth quarter.
You're right, Brian. Steckler had a real nice game on the JV end.
Absolutely. Wow. Number 30, Seth Reed, with a nice little fake step-back three-point shot. Nailed it. Tank Billings brought the ball down, passed it off to Christian Davis, who took a long three, long rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. It looks like it's going to stay with the Eagles.
Well, Brian, as we kind of dial down on this game here, 4 minutes remain in the game, I'm looking forward to Monday night. Monday night, again, we will have senior night here at Lutheran High School, so have a 4-banger coming up. The boys team will play JV and varsity against Duchesne, whereas the girls team will play JV and varsity against Christian High School. So be a fun opportunity here, kind of wash the taste of this one out of your mouth and be able to celebrate the 4 seniors on the men's basketball team and the 3 seniors on the girls basketball team on Monday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, before Monday night comes, I think there's another big game on Sunday night.
You know there is, but I was told I can't say anything else.
Okay, well, that doesn't
You can talk.
Okay, I'll talk then. How's that?
You tell me how they're going to beat. The Chiefs are going to beat the Buccaneers.
You know what? Defense wins you championships, but it's tough to play defense against a nice quarterback that's almost 45 or is 45 and says he doesn't have any plans to stop in the future.
I was going to say, how old is Tom Brady? 42, 43?
43.
Is that what he is? 40?
Says our
Says
master
the director
IT.
of sport technology.
That's
so
right.
Brent Gossett, he's good for a lot of things. One of them is knowing people's ages. Good job, Brent. Yeah, no, it'll be a fun game, Brian. You know, and I hope it's one that you're watching for the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the entire game, and get us a good 60-minute ball game is what I want to see in the Super Bowl.
Good 60-minute ball game is always good as Christian Davis comes off the floor. Great game by that young man, getting a great standing ovation from the fans here. The Eagles traveled all the way from St. Peter's to the other end of St. Peter's.
To the other end of St. Peter's. Not just a tip of a foul in there.
I remember another fourth quarter ball game, 60 minutes, that nobody knew who Tom Brady was against the Rams team from St. Louis, and kind of had one of those field goals beat us at the last second, which was a stunning victory.
And I think the Rams were heavily favored in that game and went down, so boy.
Just goes to show that you got to play a hard 4 wherever you play, whether that's in football or whether that's here at the basketball court here in Lutheran High School, St. Charles right now.
Well, coming up here after that game, for the Cougars here on Monday night against Duchesne, they'll then have a game, with St. Dominic. So another tough opponent. St. Dominic was in the gym here, and then we'll turn around and play them here about a week later. So they beat us here earlier in the week here by 10. Now we'll go to their place here next week and then have another week. And right now, COVID dependent. See what happens with the schedule before we hit district play.
The Dominic's always tough to beat, particularly on their home court. They always have a good home court advantage, have good fans, and it's always a good chance to get out there and play.
Absolutely.
As the Eagles and the Cougars are just trying to play this one out, going back and forth quite a bit, and ball is going back to the Eagles as got knocked out of bounds by the Cougars.
Well, I think the Eagles are going to win this one, and then they'll have St. Dominic the same couple days before we do or after we do. Then they have Whitfield. That'll be an interesting game, Whitfield. You know, Coach Mike Potsu over there for the Whitfield Warriors always has a good program, so that'll be a fun one to watch. Then they'll finish with 2 conference games at DeBerg and then at home against Duchesne. So kind of a fun end of the schedule for them before they get to be district play.
Definitely, as we had the charge called on Josh Emily as he came in, and he was expecting to have a foul against him, and it ended up being an offensive foul, and the Eagles get the ball back. They pass it in, and we're just going to try and foul our way out of this one and see if we can't get the ball back and start shooting some threes.
Yeah. I mean, that's really, at this point, you're down 20 here, and you know, this is when you hope the game doesn't get out of hand. You know, somebody feels like they should have played a little bit better, a little bit tougher, and makes a dumb foul and does something silly. So I want the officials to keep control of the game here at this point, Brian.
Aaron Coffey gets a substitution to come sit out and get a breather as Lance Hackney comes back in, and you see Coach Coleman he's still teaching them up. He's coaching them up even harder with 3 minutes left, being down by 19.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Appreciate Coach doing that, and always coaching, wanting to get the kids better for the next game, because the next game will come up here in 48 hours, Brian.
That's right. The next game means a lot, and this game still means a lot, and it'll be good to see them continue to play hard as Marcus Coleman takes it to the hole, and didn't quite fare too well because he got hammered by about 4 or 5 people. So he's going to get to shoot 2 from the free throw line.
Well, Marcus did a nice job there creating some own offense for himself and for the team. So
made the front end, See what second in does as Caleb Tiemann comes in, and he's going to give a break to Caleb Lind. Well, he made both of them, and the Cougars are going to start pressing here off the make basket, and we'll see what happens. Lance Hackney gets to steal, and he's going to bring the ball up the court, and he had his eyes on Marcus Coleman, and Marcus Coleman does get the ball from Lance. He pulls up for the three, and they're just going to try and continue to shoot, see what happens from the three-point line as the Eagles bring the ball down and get a nice little jump shot in the paint, which does not fall. Lance Hackney gets the rebound to Marcus Coleman, who shoots from the elbow just off, gets his own rebound. Nice opportunity for him as Brady Connor nails the three from the corner.
You know, Brent, I don't know if that's 4 3-pointers or 3 for Brady Connor, but he's got a nice stroke from the edge, so.
I would agree with you, Doug. Is that something that he scored more in this game than you have your whole high school career in basketball?
Yeah, by roughly 4 baskets. So, yeah.
Same here.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, on the steal, the Cougars get a 2-point bucket there and call timeout. They've actually brought the score down to 12 points with 2:24 left, 67-55. Eagles have the lead.
Well, and it looks like Coach, pardon me, it looks like Coach Glenville is going to make a substitution here and bring some of his starters back in for the Eagles here as this Cougars nip this down to 12 points. So, yeah, be interesting. Well, Brian, we do have some other fun events coming up here. We have senior night on Monday, and then then the week after that, we're actually going to do a pink out night. Breast Cancer Awareness Night, be a fun event. Our girls basketball team will be hosting that on Thursday, February 18th, and that's also against Christian High School, 5 p.m. JV and 6:15 p.m. varsity, so it'll be a fun game.
Very good. It's always nice to see the young ladies and young men be able to participate in something that means so much for a lot of people through breast cancer awareness or any other type of nice organization out there, whether it's the Heart Association or things like that. It's just nice to be able to be part of a community.
Absolutely. Well, and especially where we are with COVID and the pandemic and whatnot, to be able to be playing sports right now, Brian, because, we didn't for so long. And you don't want those kids to miss those opportunities. So I'm glad that our state association and our school in general were able to play sports, Brian.
Yeah, I agree. It's not necessarily normal of what we used to call normal as far as sports are concerned and the amount of fans that are in the stands, but it still gives a well-rounded opportunity for the young men and women to be involved in activities.
It really does, Brian. Well put.
The Eagles are just spreading things out right now. They're just trying to hold the ball, wind the clock down with 1:30 left in the game, up by 14. They're doing well. There's nothing that the Cougars really do. Trying to foul, and they end up actually fouling right now as Brady Connor gets the foul on number 1, Ori. We got Connor Cameron coming in, and we also have Micah Hayner coming in for the Cougars as Lance Hackney and Frankie May come off the court.
Yeah, Frankie had a great game. He was getting great defensive pressure put against him when he was dribbling the ball up, and Lance had a monster of a game on the inside. Again, he's a lot bigger and taller, but at the end of the day, the Eagles were able to play great defense on him underneath the basket.
Beyond the miss, the Eagles number 20, R.J. Steckler, he gets the put back. Nice little move for a 2-point bucket. Cougars bring the ball back up and they're surveying the court. Nice fake, a little bit of give and go. Cut to the middle. Josh Emily with the 2-point basket with 1 minute left in the ball game.
That was a nice take by Josh, Brian.
It's good to see that the Cougars haven't quit at all. They're coming out and they're still wanting to play hard, and they're putting their nose down to get it done.
They really are, and that now looks like Coach Glenville took another timeout, put a couple new guys into the game, and Coach Coleman's going to take the same opportunity there. So,
number 2, Ethan Woodard, has ended the ball game, and with 54.3 seconds left, we got Ori handling the ball up top, bringing it across half court. Good defense as we're trying to spread the ball out a bit, and boy, that is definitely a dagger. Steckler hit the long three.
Yeah.
You know, normally he's an inside type of a player, but he had the opportunity and he drained it.
Being 6'6" sophomore, that's a nice shot from the corner by the young man, Brian.
Very much so. Fun to watch, no doubt. Well, Doug, with 24 seconds left, I got to say it's been an honor and a privilege being able to call the game with you, and it's always fun to get to see the Cougars in action.
Absolutely. And you're playing a great opponent. Also watching some good basketball by the Eagles here, and love their pressure defense and being able to push the ball up and down the court.
And the Eagles run the clock out and end up victorious, 74-57 over the hometown Cougars. Tough competition, but great game. It was fun to watch, and once again, great to do the game with you. And until then, so long.